Welcome to the Tna Lockdown review and a very rare YouTube video. Joining me as always by telephone this time is Tony. Tony, how's it going?
How you doing, Dave?
Good. How about you?
Doing alright.
We had a pretty good pay-per-view tonight besides maybe the last few matches. Alright, let's jump right into it really quick. I mean, this was the first, I guess last year Tna Lockdown wasn't, all the matches weren't in the steel cage. I think you were there last year, weren't you?
I don't think all the matches were in the cage. Don't get me wrong, though.
Yeah, I mean, well, tonight was dubbed as like a return to all the cages, so it was intriguing how it started out. We find out during this match, before the match started, that we have a new X Division champion.
Oh, yeah.
Were you surprised by that? Or did you hear about this before?
I knew about it already, but I didn't know he was on the card. I didn't know that until I saw it on Twitter before the pay-per-view started.
Now, how do you feel about them doing this? They've done this 3 times already now, where they had to change hands at these shows in the UK.
I don't really care for them having so many title changes on live events. But I mean, I do want people to maybe buy tickets to their live events, because if you don't know what can happen. But all these title changes happening on live shows, and I mean not live shows, but live events and overseas events, I don't think really helps the economy.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. They could have promoted this for an Impact, and they just never did. I mean, the tag title changed hands twice on non-TV, and then the X Division title changed hands in Tokyo, which I'm sure it had a lot to do with their new deal they got with the Great Muto's wrestling company, I assume. And that's probably why he came to wrestle tonight.
Yes, he did. He wrestled tonight in the match.
Yeah, and it was weird because I didn't know he had a wrestling company. I guess that's what they're partnering with TNA now, I assume, since with all this stuff going on.
Yes.
I mean, so we'll get right into the opening match, I guess. It was, I can't know all these guys' names, so I know like Kazarian and Daniels and Saban versus the Great Muta and Sanda and Yasha. I'm not good at these Japanese names, so forgive me. But one of these guys was, what was that?
It isn't not their name, so I won't talk about the match. My thoughts on the pay-per-view probably are totally different from yours. I thought this match was alright.
I was getting it to open up. Great Muta got a big pop, too.
What's that?
The Great Muta got a pretty good pop, too.
I mean, you gotta know that pop. I think the crowd didn't know who the 2 other wrestlers were, the Japanese wrestlers were.
I had no clue who they were.
Other than that, I thought the match was alright.
But seeing, I was going to say, Great Muta being 51, someone said, I don't know if that's accurate or not, but, I mean, he looked and moved around in the ring pretty good. Granted, he wasn't in there that long, but from what he was in there, he still looked like he still wrestles, and I assume he does.
Yeah. It didn't
Oh, sorry, I think we lost our connection for a minute. I apologize. Yeah, I mean, to me, the Great Muta looked good in the match. And, I mean, he had a couple moves here and there. He even busted out the mist. Try to get Tony back on the line, guys. I apologize for that. Yeah, I mean, I thought it was a really good 6-man tag. We talked about how we wished it would have been more of a no tags in the match. But it is what it is. Yeah, I mean, so we'll get right. Sorry guys, bear with me. Yeah, Tony, you back?
I'm back.
Alright. I'm just gonna hold the phone, I think. Yeah, I was just saying how we were talking about how you wished it would have been, we didn't have to tag in and out. So it just come back and forth.
Yeah, that's what it should have been all of them. Oh, not really before tagging and stuff. Not a cage, I understand why they would have to tag.
Yeah, I mean, maybe if it would have been a regular tag match, they would have gone back and forth a little bit, but, I mean, for having what Bruno, I think they were about 15 minutes, but yeah. I mean, it was a pretty good match to open up the show. I enjoyed it.
Alright, it had its moments.
It was nothing spectacular or nothing like that, but yeah. We had the team, I'll call it Team Muto wins. With the one of the guys doing a pretty sick moonsault.
Yeah.
And then okay, go ahead.
Go ahead,
I was getting to the next match, Samuel Shaw versus Mr. Anderson.
Oh, boy.
But, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it was really weird, and they didn't really have a match really, or they did, but they didn't, so it's kind of confusing. Because usually like a reverse Taz mission.
I really did not like this match.
I mean, it wasn't great or nothing like that, but to me, they had limited time to work with, I think. That's what a lot of it was. And they're trying to tell a story where where Christy Hemme, I think, is going to turn on him.
I mean, I enjoy the storyline with Shaw and Hemme. I think it's something different. I don't like the storyline between him and Anderson. I don't think Shaw is a very good wrestler.
See, I think he's a better psychologist than wrestler.
I think he needs more time in the ring. Other than that, I like the character. I don't really think he's a good wrestler. Now, tonight's match I thought was awful.
Yeah.
You know,
I'll give you that.
I did the part where he said, I would have selected or preferred him to say, like, I'm not going to have this match, or I'm not going to come down from the cage, or, something different. And instead of saying, I'm going to jump off the cage and end myself. That's kind of going a little bit crazy.
Yeah, that is pretty stupid, yeah. I don't like what they're doing with him in a way. I thought they should have built him up more like they built up Ethan Carter, Slowly taking out, maybe not so much like Ethan where you beat a bunch of jobbers, but have him beat some significant wrestlers, not just like one guy and then he goes after Christy, now he's feuding with Anderson. I mean, not like that. Do something better with him. Yeah, I mean, I want to get into, Shaw actually won the match, or he pulled Christy Hemme into the cage where she ripped her pants or whatever.
Yeah, I thought that was stupid, man. Seriously, I understand that they have holes in their cage.
I like the hole though, because you get inside the cage with the camera.
How the hell would you just, down near somewhere where you can grab you? That doesn't make any sense to me, but I'm not a big Anderson fan, and I'm not going to say that's the reason why I didn't like the match. I just thought the match was sloppy.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. They just spend too much time on it. I do like the storyline, which is surprising, but we'll see where it goes. I think Christy Hemme is going to end up... I thought this was going to be the perfect spot where Christy Hemme, TNA missed it, I thought, turns on Anderson and joins Samuel Shaw. Would have been perfect right here, I thought.
I agree. I think we'll probably see that coming up soon.
Yeah. We also have a Kenny, at the next spot, Oh, I think I skipped something. My bad. Oh no, I didn't. No, I didn't. I just skipped. Kenny King had a vignette of his little package or whatever they're doing with him now. But to me, one of my favorite matches of the night was right here, which was Manic versus Tiger Ono, or Uno, whatever his name is. And he was actually trained by Rey Mysterio's uncle, which I thought he looked a lot like Rey Mysterio Jr. back in the WCW days when he first came out.
He had a lot of stuff. He did a lot of stuff in the ring that reminds me of Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, like the old Rey, not today's Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, the whole...
I mean, back when his knees were still worked. I mean, yeah, this was a really entertaining match. I thought it would be. It's one of those matches that were like, wow, this is really good. And I mean... Go ahead.
You have two high flyers in the ring going at it. It's going to be a pretty damn good match, and it was.
I think he kind of screwed up a move. I think he was supposed to hook that move like into a package pin, but he let go or landed on the dude's head or something like that. He did that weird little, whatever that move was called, he did off the ropes, but, I mean, that was pretty sweet too.
Yeah.
But I mean, just think if they had the X Division title on the line with some kind of 6-man elimination with all those guys in the ring, that would have been awesome.
Yes, I agree.
More missed opportunities, I think. But yeah, he won the match, like I said. And then we go into the last man standing match in a steel cage.
I forget, EC3.
I think that was after that.
Okay.
I might have skipped it, you might be right.
Storm and Gunner, right?
Okay, let's go to that. I might have skipped it, I don't see it on here, but I think I did might have skipped it. I think that would have been after that, yeah. We'll go ahead and talk about that real quick. EC3 basically came out saying he's a new American wrestler. And we have a Bobby Lashley return. I don't know if he's returning to TNA or if it was just one little spot that pop up. Or what?
I don't know, man. I hate when they just take this stuff and squash someone. It wasn't very much of a squash, but he did go over on EC3.
It wasn't a match, but yeah, it wasn't a match or nothing, so that's different. I mean, what is this XWE night? I mean, really, how many XWE guys were there tonight? It's like, wow.
I agree. I just wish you would have had someone on TNA that we haven't seen in a long time, show up.
Yeah.
Instead of someone, why not have Devon come back for one night only?
For what?
Just basically
I wouldn't want to see that.
No, but it's something like...
I'd much rather see Lashley return than that, honestly.
But at least if he faces Devon, EC3 can win.
He could beat Lashley.
Yeah, but tonight it didn't look EC3 looked all weak.
But now, we get another TNA pay-per-view next month, which is kind of odd. But, yeah, Sacrifice, so we could end up having a match at Sacrifice where he's trying to duck him the whole time. And MVP won't let him do it now, so yeah, they could do that. We'll get into that a little bit later, but...
Yeah, that would probably happen at Sacrifice.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, which I wouldn't mind seeing Bobby Lashley and EC3. I mean, to bring someone in to face him and he goes over on him, I like it. Yeah. But we'll see about that. Let's get into this last man standing cage match, which is a lot better than it looked like it was going to be.
Yeah, I think this is best for the match of the night.
Yeah, it had to be. It was a really good match. I mean, standing outside, just beating the crap out of each other. James Storm comes out with a new look. But you said you liked it.
Yeah, it looks good, James Storm. So, I like the heel of James Storm.
Yeah, me too.
I'll give Gunner credit. He got a good match tonight. I'm still not a big Gunner fan, but he did have a good match tonight. He put on a good show.
Yeah, a lot of
Gunner ends up getting
weapons.
the win. Not really sure what that means now.
Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, I was surprised how many weapons were used in this match, you know? And there was a lot.
Chair shot. This place up the rope onto the chairs was pretty brutal. And I don't know, I thought it was a good match.
Yeah, it was very blind,
I guess he's gonna be the new face, the baby face of TNA.
Did he get the title shot? I don't know.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Yeah, this was another good match. I mean, at this point, I was like, wow, this is a good, pretty darn good pay-per-view. And even into the next match, which we have the Knockouts title match, Gail Kim versus Madison Rayne, which, when they start plugging and saying, oh, TNA has the best women's division in wrestling, you only use 2 women. I mean, expand it. You can't really say that when Gail Kim's always getting a title shot every week.
Yeah, I understand that. You know, I'll give TNA credit. They do have the best stick out for especially women wrestlers on their company. So NXT can give more up for their money though. But anyways.
Gail Kim came to the WWE though, so come on.
Yeah, they do use like 4 people. Like Madison Rayne, Velvet Sky, Gail Kim, and Lady Tapa. You know, I mean, really seriously. 4 people, and they're going to tell us that they have the best in the division. They don't really even have a division. But they're really saying it.
They have 2 people, yeah. And I get they're trying to get over yeah, this knockout match is really good too. I mean, it was one of the Madison Rayne's probably better matches she's had since she's been back. But she doesn't look good at all.
Yeah.
I was actually surprised. I was looking to see Lady Tapa actually climb in the cage somehow, you know, and start attacking Madison Rayne, honestly.
Yeah.
I thought she's going to go through the whole...
I'm sure we'll see her having a match with her sometime soon, or we'll see. But after this match, which was the
Madison Rayne retained, yes.
I thought it was crap.
The main event? Oh, the mid-main event? Yeah. I mean, this was a good match, too. I was like, man, wow. This is a really good match.
Magnus and Joe?
That was a good match.
Yeah, it was a good match, but the ending sucked.
Of course, we knew that. We all knew it was Abyss.
I mean, you're really going to have Abyss moving it from the bottom of the ring. You're going to kind of pull down Joe, first off. Then Joe comes back up from the ring, underneath the ring, and comes in and chokes Magnus.
Like he's possessed or something, like Joe's like possessed or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, this was stupid. This is another match Magnus has, and he wins because people get involved. I mean, seriously, are you going to have a match where he actually wins clean?
I mean, this is more like WWE with Kane joining the corporation than anything, or joining the authority.
Exactly.
I was like, really? They're going this route? He takes off the mask, Kane takes off the mask, and then he joins. I mean, it's like, again and again, it's getting annoying. It's really getting really bad.
You're the one who mentioned it, not me.
I know.
The TNA guy. I mean, I don't understand this. Like, you have a perfectly good match. You have a perfect opportunity to have your champion finally win in a match where, I mean, the odds are against him. And if he wins, meanwhile, you know, wow, Magnus actually deserves to be champ.
Well, you could argue the same point, though, in the WWE as well. You could argue the exact same point.
I agree.
Okay, I'm just saying.
But, I mean, at least in some way, Randy Orton won. He beat John Cena in the ladder match.
Yeah, he did do that, yeah. And I'm talking about the other matches, but yeah, I agree. But you can say that's the only time Orton did go over clean, that's it. Every other time Orton got won by hook or crook with some help.
Yeah, I mean, at least finally they actually had him win cleanly. That's what I thought tonight to have people to have Magnus. I mean, Magnus has had how many matches for his belt? I mean, every match it seems he's had he wins because someone gets involved. Every time. And it's just getting kind of annoying. It's like, tonight could have been a perfect opportunity to have him win a match. Please. No interference, nothing.
Agreed. Really agree.
And then they have, and out of all things, have a bitch come in and do it. I mean, something like.
If you don't wonder why people are just burying TNA on YouTube, Google Hangout, Twitter, everywhere, just burying them because they keep doing this crap.
Sometimes they overbook matches and overbook the show, and I think tonight was an overbooking.
It really was. There's a lot of stuff.
Like 3 or 4 matches tonight.
We had like 8 matches, I think, on the card tonight, or 7 at least. I mean, that's why the Ethan Carter thing was scrapped like it was too, you know?
And didn't you have Dixie Carter on the show?
For like 15 minutes talking about nothing?
I mean, she has a promo in the beginning, and then she has, you know, she comes out and announces that there's a special enforcer, and I mean, it's just like, too much Dixie again.
Yeah, pay-per-view, yeah. Well, maybe that was it. We'll talk about that in a little bit. We'll see what happened with this Tna Lockdown, which was a really big letdown. Called a big letdown.
Yeah, but I think this was definitely this was a definite letdown. Last year's Tna Lockdown was way better, and they didn't even have the best time.
Who was in Tna Lockdown last year?
It was the Aces versus Sting.
Do you remember? You still there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just trying to...
I think it was Aces and 8 versus Team TNA or something like that.
Okay,
Team
yeah.
DIXIE or whatever.
Yeah, it was two. I think the reason it went on last, which was really odd to me, but it was just send the fans home happy, you know, because the way we'll get into it now, I guess. But we have Team MVP versus Team DIXIE, which DIXIE announced almost at the very middle end. I don't remember that she hired right from that start with Tna Lockdown. We got a special referee. And we'll get into I want to go into every single entry and all that, which is basically what everyone got into is when it really started. And we get to the Jeff Hardy, we were told all night was being locked out of the building. And so, all of a sudden, world music hits. I guess
that was the worst debut in the past couple of...
And he popped on top of the cage, which they're trying to do an Undertaker or Sting or something like that.
I thought the same people was a sell.
Yeah, I mean, and this is obvious. They're letting Jeff Hardy control his own character. And this was straight off of the Hardy Show, in case you guys don't know what that is. It's a show that Matt and Jeff Hardy created on their website called The Hardy Show. And Willow was a character that Jeff Hardy created on The Hardy Show. So Willow is a Jeff Hardy creation. And that's probably what to get him to come back, is to say, hey, I want to debut this new character, bring it on TNA and try it out.
I don't understand why he's a stage. Why do you have him as a stage? He's supposed to be scary.
Like a mask or something, yeah. It would have been cool if he would have came out like that, dressed in the, how you see in the vignettes, he would have came out, walked down the aisle, you know, in that little that whole outfit he had on, with the umbrella or whatever.
Yeah.
That would have been pretty cool. And then have him turn on everywhere. That, like Jason, you said on Twitter, which would have been better if he came out as a heel.
I think so. I mean, he looked weak in that match.
He didn't really do nothing in that match either.
And then you have Taz pretty much making it obvious that it's Jeff Hardy.
Oh, come on. It was Jeff Hardy.
I mean, people know it's Jeff Hardy, but they could have made it not so obvious.
Yeah, I know, but everyone knew it was Jeff Hardy. It's like, you know, it's like one of those things where it's like a guy in a mask and they're not trying to say it. You know, like the whole Gilbert thing, a little bit.
Yeah.
They would mention, yeah, I mean, but And this match was a huge letdown. MVP got no reaction. I don't think Jeff Hardy got a Jeff Hardy might got a little bit of a reaction or a little bit or whatever. But I mean MVP, I mean he didn't start it, so that kind of surprised me that he started. But
I think they wanted him to start to get that pop. But
yeah.
He didn't get very much of a pop. That crowd tonight wasn't that good. I really don't think.
Gotta give EC3 some credit though. I mean he really took it to the crowd really good. I like that.
Yeah, and then you have Bully Ray announced as special referee, and he ends up turning his back on DIXIE and helps MVP win.
Which is so obvious that was going to happen.
Yeah, so now I don't know where they're going to go with that. But
the same guy who was trying to destroy TNA a year ago at Lockdown. I mean, he's a special referee. I mean, really?
Oh, my goodness.
The same guy who beat Jeff Hardy last year for the title. And now this year, he's helping TNA, or not really helping MVP. I guess us XW guys gotta stick together.
I just don't understand sometimes. They don't understand the booking they do sometimes.
I mean, I'll check out Impact this week just because it's going to be live, but I think it's live.
Yeah, we will be back with the Impact review, and we'll be live tomorrow night after WWE Raw, for sure. But what did you think of the pay-per-view tonight?
It started really good, I thought. I mean, the Muda match was cool to see him. I mean, I've seen him use. The Mist, I mean, that James Storm and Gunner match is probably the match of the night. And then just seeing that new guy, I hope we see more. I hope TNA doesn't screw this up. But I hope we see more of that, a little Rey Mysterio looking like guy, or whatever his name is. Uno or whatever, Tiger Uno or whatever. I really enjoy, I hope we see more of these X Division type guys. That would keep me wanting to watch TNA, just to bring in more of these Japanese and these Mexican wrestlers back to wrestling again. I just love that style growing up watching WCW.
Yeah, make the X Division more relevant.
If you have a title change, please let these champions stay champions till Impact comes on.
Yes, please.
I don't want to hear that. Oh, Austin Aries won the title Wednesday night. And
So would you say you got your fighting rights tonight?
You know what? There's a lot of cage matches tonight. I mean, there was some bad stuff at the end, but overall, I think all the matches we got in cages, and I thought there was some good matches. I think it was good. I mean, it was only $45. So.
Give it a pass.
I mean, it was a pass. I mean, besides the last two matches, which were pretty bad, the rest of, we got 7 matches, so there were 5 cage matches I thought were pretty good. Minus a few hiccups, but there were some good matches in there, I thought. I'll give it a pass barely. Not because, I mean, if you want to judge each match, I mean, the last 2 were a fail, and I thought the new people we got to see, I really enjoyed seeing. Manic and Uno, I enjoyed that match, and Gunner and Storm.
I really can't say it was a pass to fail, because I can't say it was a fail, and I can't say it was a pass.
I agree with that.
On 1 to 10 scale, I'd give it a 5. Only because I think tonight they overbooked a lot of matches. I still thought we got too much Dixie Carter. I thought, the booking to the main event and the title match was good. And, other than that, we had, the pay-per-view started off pretty damn good. The Muda 6-man tag match was good. Then we went from that. I'm not a big Ken Anderson guy, I didn't care for that match. I thought the knockout match was really, really good. And the massive standing match, to me, is a match of the year candidate.
Yeah, I was thinking that. I was like, wow. I mean, yeah. I mean, it was really good.
was a really good match. I mean, it's got to be a candidate because, you know, we've had some good matches. I think that's the best match TNA has put on in a long time. And then they screwed it up with the booking of the main event, and they screwed it up with the title match.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, just like someone said on Twitter, like the undercards were really surprising and they're really good, but then they got the 2 main event matches, which I thought, honestly, how I would have booked it tonight, which is me, I would actually put Tna Lockdown first, or at least middle of the show, and then do the world title match at the very end.
Yeah, but I think if they ended the title match at the main event like that, he would have been pissed.
Yeah, I agree with that.
During that match.
Yeah, they didn't have to edit me if I end it like that, but I think Lockdown could have been better if they had, I don't know if they were running short on time or what, if they were just rushing everything. That's why I think Lockdown shouldn't have been last.
You know, the Tna Lockdown match is just some cool spots. You know, the brain buster on the chair, stuff like that. But you would have thought some more high-flying moves or more crazy.
Yeah, I honestly thought Jeff Hardy was going to jump on someone through a table or something. That's what I thought was going to happen.
Yeah, he didn't see very many crazy spots.
Except missed everybody on that jump when he first jumped in the cage.
Yeah, when he jumped in the cage, he like missed everybody though.
I know, that's what I said. It was like, jeez. I mean, he knocked himself in.
Yeah, I think it was kind of a letdown to the match because it seems like Lockdown is a pay-per-view everybody is excited for when you're a TNA fan, you know, because it's matches all night. And then the last one, you get a cage match with a roof on it with you know, weapons hanging from it.
I wouldn't be surprised if we get a cage match this week on Impact.
Yeah, we'll see. You know, if it's the new quote-unquote owner of the TNA company, so we'll find out this Thursday.
Yeah, what's going to be different? We're going to see MVP come out and talk for 15 minutes instead of DIXIE?
No, I still think DIXIE starts the show.
I don't think she can. That was the rule, I think, unless it's the last time she's allowed to come out there tonight. But, I mean, unless they do a thing where they have security throw her off the show and she's getting tossed out.
Yeah, I guess we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll look forward to tomorrow night and then I guess this week. I'll say, if Impact's not live, I'm not even know if I'm going to watch it. I mean, because this past Impact was okay, but it wasn't great. And tonight, I mean, it was a good show, but I really hope we do see a lot of different changes in TNA, like, we see a lot of these newer guys coming in and getting... I'm starting to wonder if this new promotion with Great Muta, if they make some kind of deal with TNA where they're like going to be trading talent back and forth. Because they did just give one of their talents the X Division title.
Yeah.
So I mean, it'll be interesting to see where it goes. We'll at least see him on Impact, you would think.
Yeah, we'll see what happens this Thursday.
Yes, but I think we're going to end it there. I mean, Impact, I mean, if you guys liked it, good for you. I mean, but, yeah. I guess.
Check us out tomorrow night on our Monday Night Raw review. We'll be back live.
Yes, we will. Thanks a lot, guys.